Today we are going to discuss on caste-based, specifically tribal-based discrimination. So tribal-based discrimination refers to the unequal treatment of individuals or communities based on their social status. Discrimination against tribal communities manifests in various forms, such as restricted access towards education, employment, social services, and forms of violence and other forms of abuse. This is a prevalent problem that occurs due to historical marginalization, social exclusion, and economic inequality. The injustice faced by tribes in India is multifaceted, and the communities continue to experience social, economic, and political injustice that perpetuates through the form of poverty and exclusion. They are often subjected to brutality, forced displacement, and land grabbing. The lack of access towards education and employment opportunities further aggravates their marginalization and results in a vicious cycle of poverty and social exclusion. The injustice faced by tribal people in India underscores the urgent need for policy interventions that address the underlying structural inequalities and to empower these communities. The movie we have chosen today examines the physical abuse in custody and the government's indifference towards the violations of tribal rights. So, to understand how this issue is still affecting many individuals in our country to this day, we shall look at some recent cases. Case 1 refers to tribal students in Maharashtrian schools and how they face secondary treatment, and how at some private schools they have to maintain a separate seating arrangement for them in classrooms and restrict them from interacting with their fellow peers. We have case 2 where the identity of these Irula tribes is called children is called into question, and many of these students have had to drop out of their school in fear of oppression from the Hindu caste because of these remarks and mistreatment from their own schoolmates. We come up to case 3, which is the case of Kamla Neti, which is the Special Land Acquisition Officer, which demonstrates how tribal women continue to suffer and do not get or achieve their legal respite. She was not entitled to a portion of the compensation under the provisions of the Hindu Succession Act since she belonged to a tribal community that is not registered under the scheduled tribes. So the movie Jai Bhim focuses on creating awareness regarding the police brutality and judicial injustice faced by the Irula tribe residing in southern India. This movie firmly captured the dreadful discrimination and hatred towards the people belonging to the lowest tribes by the member of the higher tribes. The plot revolved on how the members of these tribes were suppressed by authorities and how their issues were ruthlessly silenced. This movie is based on the case handled by Justice K. Chandru in the year 1993 and involves Rajakanu, a poor yet hardworking snake catcher who was falsely accused of theft, and his pregnant wife, Sengani, and the hardships they have to face to get justice. This movie emphasizes on the torture faced by them solely because of their caste and tribal status, and thus takes an effort to bend the caste system and demolish the discriminatory behavior towards lower caste and members of the tribal communities. Thank you.